Thank you for visiting Clear1 University. In this module, I will talk about the Collaborate desktop application. The Collaborate desktop is a software-based video conferencing application for the personal conferencing experience. The desktop easily installs on computers running the Windows operating system. There are two versions of the Collaborate desktop, Basic and Executive. This module will cover the various features of each version while highlighting the differences. The minimum PC requirements are a Windows 7 or Windows XP operating system running on a Pentium 4 3 GHz processor for the lower video resolutions, or for video resolutions of 4 CIF, you will want a Pentium dual-core 3 GHz processor or an AMD equivalent, and you must have 512 megabytes of 400 MHz memory, along with 25 megabytes of hard drive space and a display supporting DirectX 9.0. If you want to run a 720p resolution, you will need at least an Intel Core 2 Duo E6400 processor or equivalent and 1 GB of 2.13 GHz RAM. You will need USB ports available if you will be using an external USB camera or a USB dongle license key. The Collaborate desktop is capable of high-definition video images. It works with standards-based protocols H.320 for ISDN, H.323, and SIP. This makes it possible to conference with other non-Clear1 H.323 and SIP endpoints. Both models of Collaborate Desktop are compatible with the H.264 industry standard for compressing video. H.264 is the most commonly used format for distributing high-definition video. It is possible to share your data across the video conference using dual stream technology. This Clear1 technology utilizes the standard H.239 protocol. Data sharing is only possible across an H.323 connection. This is a limitation of the SIP protocol and not a limitation of the Collaborate desktop. With dual stream, you can choose to share a specific file, your entire desktop, or an open window on your desktop. And you can also choose a specific region of your desktop to share. The Collaborate desktop also supports the H.235 encryption standard for secure conferencing and the 4.60 standard for firewall traversal and network address translation. H.460 makes it possible to conference with others without having to be on the same internal computer network. This is great for business travelers and remote workers. Some more features of the Collaborate desktop include Packet Assist, which is Clear1's technology for H.323 QoS or quality of service. This is a way to prioritize IP packets through network routers. Some of the QoS features of the Collaborate desktop are Adaptive Bandwidth Adjustment, which automatically changes the bandwidth being used to optimize the video stream. Jitter Correction will correct packet delay through a network. And diffserv is used to give IP packets a classification. IP video will have a higher precedence than data packets, since it is important that video packets are received in the correct order to provide a clear image. More of the QoS features can be found on the Collaborate desktop data sheet. Clear1 simulcast technology allows you to multicast a conference to your network. Multicasting saves network bandwidth since it only sends a single transmission to many endpoints. Multicasting is perfect for single local area network subnets. If you want to multicast across networks, all routers and switches must be enabled for multicasting. The multicast can be passive or interactive. If passive, the attendees merely watch and listen to the conference. But interactive multicasting allows control to be passed on to participants, and it even allows those participants to share content with the rest of the conference attendees. With the Collaborate desktop executive model, you have the capability to share your conference using unicast streaming technology. Attendees will join the unicast session by opening a URL string in Windows Media Player. The unicast session is streamed to every participant wishing to join, but they cannot participate in the conference. They will only be viewing and listening. The important thing to understand about unicast is that it takes up network bandwidth. Every participant receives their own stream. So if a stream is 128 kilobytes and 10 people are viewing the unicast, then the bandwidth required is 1,280 kilobytes. However, most routers and switches will allow unicast traffic, meaning the unicast conference can easily be sent to users on other networks. This feature is great for distance learning and even all employee messages. The executive desktop also has the capability to record conferences without needing an external server. As long as you have sufficient hard drive space on your computer or on an external drive, you can record your conference for as long as you want. The available resolutions for recordings are 4CIF and CIF, depending on the settings you choose. The recording is saved in the WMV format and can easily be viewed using Windows Media Player. The Collaborate Desktop has 3 licensing features. The first is the USB dongle license. With this option, the license is located on a USB drive and can be shared between computers. You simply plug the USB dongle into your computer's USB port and the desktop software will read it. Another option is the software licensing. This option is per computer and cannot be shared between devices. The license is matched to the MAC address of your computer. The last option is a license server registration, which is centrally managed, and a license server will have a number of licenses stored on it that can all be shared by various users. This option works great for companies that run multiple shifts and require an easy way to license multiple workers at different times of the day. All desktop users can be easily managed with the Collaborate Central software. This software package allows for licensing, updating, and call control for all of your users. The Collaborate Central will be gone over in a later module. There is a 30-day trial version available from www.clearone.com. The trial version is fully functional, but it will be limited to a 5-minute calls and a ClearOne watermark will be visible on the transmitted video image. The Collaborate Desktop has many available video resolutions, which are dependent on the bandwidth you have available on your network. The executive version can receive up to 1080p and the basic version can receive up to 720p. Both versions can transmit up to 720p, as long as it is enabled in the settings page of the software. The resolutions listed here can be transmitted and received on basic and executive versions, but it is important to understand that the resolution will be dependent on the available bandwidth of your network, the monitor being used, and the camera being used. The Collaborate Desktop has many ways to make a video call. The Lightweight Directory Access Protocol, or LDAP, is a protocol allowing access to an online directory. This makes it possible to retrieve user information from a network database. You can create your own personal phone book entries and even assign a picture to the contacts. You can also create up to 10 speed dial entries for those contacts you need to get a hold of quickly. You can direct dial someone using their IP address or E.164 address, which is basically an extension assigned to a user on your network. And the desktop will keep a call log, allowing you to call back previous calls and even missed calls. Now let's take a quiz to prepare for the certification exam. Number 1, true or false? The Collaborate Desktop can transmit a 1080p video resolution. The answer is false. Neither the executive or the basic version can transmit a 1080p signal. Each can transmit up to 720p video image. However, the executive model can receive up to 1080p. Number 2, Collaborate Desktop has which of the following features? H.23 QoS, H.239 data sharing, H.460 firewall traversal, interactive multicasting, or all of the above. The correct answer is E, all of the above. The Collaborate Desktop, both executive and basic, have H.23 quality of service, H.239 data sharing, H.460 firewall traversal, and interactive multicasting capabilities. This makes the Collaborate Desktop a very versatile personal video conferencing system. Number 3, true or false? The Collaborate Desktop uses ClearOne's proprietary conferencing protocol. This is false. All Collaborate video conferencing units, including the desktop, use standards-based H.323 and SIP protocols. This means you are not limited to only calling other Collaborate systems. You can call and conference with any other H.323 or SIP endpoint. Thank you for your time, and as always, you can visit www.clearone.com to learn more about these and all other ClearOne products.